Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a trying new makeup, and this is going to be a fairly light, natural look today, just based on the new products I have to test out. Specifically, you guys really wanted to see the new Tarte C Hydroflex Serum Foundation. So I have a sample of that here that I got from Sephora that we will be testing out today, and just based on that specific foundation, since it's so lightweight, we're just going to create a complementary look to that. And you can see in my thumbnail which products we're going to test out. I just got some new products from Vive in the mail yesterday, which I'm excited for, and I purchased the Dior powder I've heard so many things about, and I thought that would pair perfectly with this product. So we're going to dive right in. I hope you guys enjoy this trying new makeup. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoy these videos. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of all my future videos, and let's go ahead and dive into this trying new makeup. My dog has decided to join me today, so she's snoring right beside me. I don't know if you can hear that. So I have the Shiseido Synchro Skin Soft Blurring Primer that I haven't used before. I thought this would be nice to test out. It has a thin consistency. Feels kind of like the One Makeup Forever Hydrating Primer. Either step 1 or 2. I can't remember what number it was called. This definitely dries down more on the skin, so I can feel that kind of smoothing effect. Definitely feels smooth, and I've already tried the Tarte Hydroflex before, so this is going to be my second time trying it, and I thought this would kind of pair nicely on top, and I know how this looks like on my skin without any kind of primer, so I thought we'd give this a try. So I based mine off the samples they had available, and I have medium tan sand. Just going to use my BK Beauty 101 brush to apply this to the skin. Thought it was going to be a slightly too dark, but blended out. It's actually a pretty good match. You can see it just soaks into my skin so easily. Very light coverage. You can still see redness peeking through over here. If we need to, we can go in with another layer or some concealer. But yeah, it's a really good match. So that's one very light layer, but it looks really, really pretty on the skin. Like, I'm very happy with how it looks on the skin, how it feels. I'm going to try and build this up now to see how it goes. Builds nicely. I really like it with this primer too. Actually like it more this time around than I did the other day when I tried it. I'm a huge fan of Tarte Complexion. The only product that I didn't like for Tarte was their clay foundation, just only because I can't do clays. Their whole C line in general I really loved. Their concealer, obviously. Shape Tape's so good. They really do complexion so nicely. And this is no exception. It looks beautiful. I'm absolutely loving how this is looking on the face. And as I said, I tried it the other day, but with that primer, it just looks even better to me right now. I'm really, really loving it. I'm just gonna use my KKW concealer. I'm trying to use these up as my concealer today. Don't have any new concealer to test out. This is one of those foundations as well that I think looks amazing in person. I don't know if the camera is picking up how good I feel this looks, because normally the camera picks up all little things that I don't normally notice in person. I've heard so much about this Dior Powder No Powder, and I decided to pick it up. I got the shade 3N, which does look fairly dark. I didn't realize how dark these go. This should be fine for me, honestly. I was debating even getting a 4, and I'm really glad that I got the 3. So I'm not sure what brush would work best with this powder, but I'm going to try the BK Beauty 105 brush and set this in place. I honestly wouldn't even need powder for this. That's how much I really like it. I think it looks pretty unset. Can't really tell too much what the powder is doing as of this moment. I honestly liked how the foundation looked without the powder added. This is something I'm going to have to play around with a little bit more, just kind of see how it really looks, because since it's no powder, it's going to be hard for me to tell. I'm just going to have to use it a little bit more. Let me know how you've been liking this powder, if you noticed any sort of amazing change, because some people I see use this powder, it looks so good on, and then others, they said it didn't really do too much, so I'm hoping it's amazing. I ordered the new Vive bronzer from Cult Beauty, and I was considering doing a haul for you guys that are other websites, not just Sephora, that I shop from to Canada and kind of let you know my experience, duty, all that kind of stuff. So let me know if you'd be interested in that in the comment section below if you're Canadian, because I think that would be a really beneficial video. This is what the shade medium looks like. I love that it has two powders in there. One that's a little bit more warm, one that has that kind of neutral to cool look to it. I'm going to start off with the lighter, more warm shade on a BK Beauty 103 brush, which I have been loving for bronzer. It's a really pretty color. I might actually just stick to this color for today. I think this color is really complementary to this foundation, and I don't want to go down the route of something too cool and turn gray like I did in my last trying to makeup. I just need something a little bit more for underneath my eyes because it's creasing. So I'm just using my Super Stay powder from Maybelline. I'm just going to set my under eye. Then for blush, I am trying out these Bare Minerals bronzers, which is supposed to be like a blush bronzer hybrid in one. This one does lean more bronzy tone, but honestly, I find these all just are like blushes for me. So I wanted to try out the formula on the skin. I did swatch this and it was so beautiful, and I cannot wait to try this out on my skin. So I'm using the BK Beauty 108 brush, which normally I use for precision powder, but I just wanted to use a small brush today for my blush. Things are looking a little bit patchy. Maybe it's the color that's not playing nicely. Switching brushes. So that color looks really bad. It looks really patchy and muddy and just, it does not look good at all. So I'm going to patch this up. We're just going to have to ignore that cheek. I did my best to try and patch things up. I'm going to try a different shade, Kiss of Pink. I'm hoping it's not because these are shimmery that these are just not working for my personal preference, but I've never had an experience like that with a blush where it looked that bad on me before. This one's definitely better. I think the other one just might have been too dark for me. Super bright on my skin, but I really love pinks lately. Get a whole blushy look. Let's just really blushify my face. For my eyes, I'm just going to keep it really simple. I'm going to use some of the matte browns in the crease, maybe a little smoky wing like I usually do for natural days, and a pop of the shimmer on my lid. And then I'm going to use highlight on my cheek. I'm not sure which one. Instead of a wing, I'm just going to deepen up the corner of my eye a little bit. I really like how it looks right now. I'm just going to do a little bit of depth. This is the NARS Euphoria palette. I honestly wasn't going to even try this, but it looked good for what I was doing today. Just something really simple. The highlights and some of the shadows in here just look too much alike to me. I didn't initially think this palette was worth it, but it is blending nice. Just the color story for me. That's the only thing that wasn't really drawing me in, but the performance is really good. And I am going to try one of the highlights too. Going to add some of the bronzer shade into my crease just to tie everything together. I love the Vive packaging. This mirror is really good too. I've heard really good things about the Bite Beauty Upswing mascara. I have a sample size here to test out. I heard that the full size is better for some reason, so I'm hoping this still works for me. It doesn't mess up my look. It's giving length and volume. I'm really liking it so far. It is a little bit clumpy, but I can go through with a spoolie after and kind of clean that up. I actually really like that sample size. If the full size is in fact better than that sample, I would want to try it because I feel like my lashes look pretty good. They're long, they have volume in it, slightly clumpy, but it's not too bad in my opinion, so we'll see how long this wears on me. I will update you guys as I continue to use it to see how it wore on me, but right now I'm very happy with how my lashes are looking. They're looking long and full, and that's all I can ask for. Then taking a Wet n Wild P75, I'm going to, I think, use this shade right here, or this one. This one. I'm going to use this one for highlight. It's an intense highlight. That was just a little tiny dab. We're gonna try and use that on both cheeks. And then lips, I have new products from Bare Minerals. It's their Hybrid Gloss Balm, which I'm going to try. And then I did pick up more of the Vive lipsticks and a lip liner because I love them so much. I'm gonna start off with the lip liner from Vive in Bark. I imagine this being my perfect tone for lip pencil. Oh yeah. It's kind of a little bit more cool tone than I thought. Definitely cooler than MAC Cork. Such an easy to work with formula. Then I'm gonna try Treasure on my lips. These are really thin formula, high pigment, smell great. I loved my first lipstick so much from Vive that I needed to get more. And then I think for gloss, maybe we'll do pink or shiny nude. What are we gonna do? Start with the nude. This is the Bare Minerals Mineralist Lip Gloss Balm in Peace. These smell so good. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love the smell of these glosses. And then to finish off the face, I'm just going to be using my Charlotte Tilbury spray. However, this is a new scent. It's the White Tea of Bali scent. And this smells like Fix Plus to me. It really does. Slightly different, but it has remnants of Fix Plus in it, I swear. I love the smell of Fix Plus, and then I love the formula of the Charlotte Tilbury, so this is so good. This is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it was really short. I only tried out a few products and did a more natural look, but this is generally how I would go about doing my makeup and testing things on a normal day, just I filmed it today. Starting off with the Synchro Skin primer, this soft blurring primer from Shiseido. I think this is gorgeous. And the thing when I tried the Tarte Serum Foundation alone is that I noticed throughout the day that my skin got a little bit oily, which I personally really like. I want to have some glow to my skin. For my skin to wear throughout the day and get that kind of glow to it is sometimes hard with dry skin. And I'm going to see how this kind of changes the wear of it. But this on its own, just telling you right now, wears really well. If you have more oily skin, it might not wear as well as on my skin just because I am on the drier side. And this did get a little bit shiny on me throughout the day. But I love these two paired together. Like, this is a match made in heaven for me. This definitely did give a soft blur. Really helped this foundation look even better on my skin, I feel. For the Hydra Flex foundation, I know a lot of you were curious my thoughts on it. As I said, typically Tarte complexion products just work out for me. This is no exception. This is stunning. It feels really lightweight. I do still feel a slight bit of tackiness to it. I don't think it would be transfer proof or anything like that. I think there could be a little bit of movement in that sense. In terms of how natural and lightweight and skin-like it looks on the skin, it is up there with some of my favorite skin-like products. And I showed you how it looked really sheer and built up, so you can get a little bit of coverage. Still not full coverage by any means. It looks super natural. Like, you can see my skin through. It just looks like my skin, but better. So yes, 100% recommend this. They do have a mini if you want to try it out first, which is great. It's bigger than this. This was just a sample size. So I would definitely recommend maybe picking up the mini and giving that a try if you like how this looks like and performed on my skin. The Bare Minerals bronzers. I personally wouldn't purchase these myself. I'm using them because I got them in PR. Would I go out and buy them? No. I think there's other blush products like this out there that I like more. I think this color is really pretty, Kiss of Pink. The Kiss of Copper, though I was initially attracted to this one, just way too dark for my skin, and you could tell in the footage it did not work for me. So I personally could only purchase the one, I feel, for my skin tone. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up in case you like the looks of the other ones similar to me, maybe wanted to try them out still, think this looks pretty. I do think it looks pretty. I just know it's not going to be a product I reach for all the time. The Dior Powder No Powder. This is something I'm going to have to play with more. I can't really tell you off the top of my head if I really noticed anything because, to be quite honest, I didn't really notice that much with this. I only maybe noticed that I liked my foundation prior to the powder, but I'm going to have to look at footage and see if I could see any difference. So let me know if you saw any difference with this powder on my skin. I did apply it fairly lightly, but it is supposed to be undetectable on this skin. So I feel like I couldn't really tell, so I guess it's serving its purpose. If this is going to set this foundation in place for me without looking like it's set. It did serve its purpose so far. The Vive bronzers. I had yet to try the blush formula. Jamie said that she made her bronzers like the blush formula, and now I'm so excited to try the blushes because I'm in love with this bronzer formula. It plays beautifully on the skin. It doesn't look patchy. This is definitely my perfect color. I prefer a more warm tone. It just suits me better. It's nice and light but buildable. This color just really suits my skin. I'm very happy with it. I will play around with the other one, but I see me really using the shade in the medium palette. The Bite Beauty Upswing Mascara. So far, so good. I'm really liking this sample size. I know a lot of people were saying it was bad, but if the actual big size is better than this, I'm going to be picking this up probably in the full size. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, just in the White Tea of Bali scent. I still prefer the original scent more than this one, just because it smells only slightly like Fix Plus. It's not that full-on Fix Plus experience, even though I get kind of similarity between that. But I love the formula. This is my favorite setting spray of all time. So regardless of the scent, whatever your personal preference, I'd still 100% recommend that setting spray. For lip products, I already knew I love the Vive lip pencils. The lipsticks I love. They just have a beautiful, easy to use formula, nice pigment, glides on the lips. It's just a fantastic, really high quality formula. I love these new glosses from Bare Minerals. Bare Minerals does lips for me personally the best. Like, I love Bare Minerals lip products. They're a totally slept on brand. The blushes might not have worked out the best for me, but their lips, you guys, check out their lip products. Even these hybrid gloss bombs, they feel super nourishing on the lips. I love the shine. They smell so good. 100% recommend these. And then the last thing I have to talk about is the Euphoria face palette from NARS. This initially didn't catch my eye. I still wouldn't purchase this myself. I got this sent in PR. If you like the tones, the formula is amazing. It works perfectly on the skin. If you like this whole setup, you're gonna definitely like it because the quality is there. I just find it a little boring myself and just too much similarity for me to invest in something like this. However, it doesn't make it a bad palette. It's just personal preference because the quality is there. I believe that is all for this trying new makeup. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy this super easy, fresh, everyday sort of summer makeup look that's just gonna take me through the day, my normal day. I had so much fun filming this for you. Normally I would take these products and kind of just play on my own, but I feel like if you like just simple looks like this, maybe I can continue to do these trying new makeups that are just my simple everyday look, just trying new stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, I would love for you to do so by hitting the red button, the bell if you want to be notified of all my future videos. I'll see you guys in my next one.